Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Shaneria and this is Talk and Crime. Today we have another reaction video, but before we get started, if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's watch these videos all the way through. You guys, if you are returning, you know we like to get straight into the story time. So let's get started.
Story time on how I caught my boyfriend sleeping with his grandma. So I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of backstory. Yes, I got past it and I'm ready to talk about it. So we were together for 4 years, and on the first year going into the second year is when we moved together. Mind y'all, we both had our own houses. We just decided to move into one house. It was neither of our houses. We both moved out of our houses and moved into another house. Comfortable for everyone, as I thought. So I gave up my house, he gave up his house, and yeah. So the first year, I feel like every first year in every relationship be perfect as possible. It was something like that, but we had our differences. Okay, so keep in mind, his family was coming over there a lot. Not mine, his family. But that was okay, because I mean, that's his family. So I thought, now we're in the middle of the second year and everything was okay, but not great. It got to the point where I decided to get another house, and yeah, but we made it work. He actually proposed to me. Keep that in mind. Come back for part 2. Part 2 on how I caught my boyfriend of 4 years sleeping with his grandma. Y'all remember how I said that he proposed to me? Let's get into that. Okay, a little backstory. He was older than me by 3 years. So he always felt that he had the upper hand. He always felt that what he says goes. Ladies, it doesn't go like that. He did have a child outside of our relationship, but it was before me. I came alone, I didn't have a child, but that child loved me. We're not going to get into that because this is not about the child, it's about him. I thought if he cheated on anyone, it was going to definitely be the baby mama, but it definitely wasn't. Now that I think about it, I don't think sis will even double back. Mind you, I said that because for a pickup and drop off with the child, he'd always have to go. It would never be like me alone, or, you know, if I go, it'll be a problem. He made a problem out of anything, like anything. Why didn't I just spin leave? But that's neither here or there. Wait, now that I think about it, he actually told me he wished he had an older woman. Me being so gullible, so stupid, I was in love, as I thought. One time he went stayed with his grandma. He called her Known. So he went stayed with Known, saying she wasn't feeling well. And who don't love Known? Everyone loves Known. This disgusts me. So when he was staying with Known, he wasn't answering the phone as much. It was always, I'm doing this for Known. I'm doing this for Known. I'm gonna hit you back, or, you know, sorry, I can't talk right now. But again, it's Known. He's by Known. I have his location. He's by Known. Mind y'all, Known was like 75 at the time, knocking 80. So later that week, he decided to come back to the house he and I shared. So I checked the location on his phone, found out from that he was on his way back. Known lived about 2.5 hours away. So it was like perfect timing. I could cook dinner. I could make sure the house was straight, even though it was, because no one had been there but me. Good thing I did cook a big dinner, because when he came back with some of my family, some of his family. Known came. He had his child with him. Everyone was looking as if I shouldn't be surprised. They thought like maybe he had told me they were coming over. I was told nothing. We hadn't talked prior to this. So I asked him, I'm going to give him the name of Tara. I said, Tara, like, what's going on? But I'm trying to, like, smile at everyone the best way possible. Wasn't working. I went up and I immediately hugged my granny, and I hugged Known. Known gave me a look like, I don't know. It was not a pleasant look, but I don't know. Maybe she wasn't feeling well still, as I thought. So he gave me a bouquet of flowers. I felt so thought about, like, but it wasn't like an unusual thing, because he would always do that. But to have everyone here and, you know. So I'm not remembering if I turned to show the flowers to someone, or someone tapped me and asked me a question and I turned back and he was on his knee. But some kind of way he got on his knee. You know, I was dramatic, crying and shocked, and So I'm not sure if y'all know, but they have like these little posters that the bottle girls hold. It was something like that with lights on it, and it was like, will you marry me? Before I can answer, Gnome was sick and wasn't responding. Sorry guys, you have to come back for part 3. So I have a lot of unanswered questions and concerns about my boyfriend for 4 years who slept with his grandma. The number one concern was it actually his grandma? I mean, it wasn't mine. It was his for sure. I do want to introduce you guys to someone, but I don't know how soon should it be. But this person has been there since day one, since it all started, and I get kind of emotional when talking about it, so I try to keep a smile. Not only is that heartbreaking, not only did that break me, but that is taunting to have to go through that, to have to endure. It's a different type of pain. It's worse than him just sleeping with a random girl, a random woman, someone I trusted, someone I loved, someone who had just proposed to me. It's actually deeper than you guys think. It's a lot even for me just to come here and tell you guys my personal business. But I'm going to keep going, and part 3 will be posted today. So, okay guys, sorry for the wait. Part 3 of how I caught my boyfriend of 4 years to go to his grandma. So remember when I told you to keep in mind that Gnome had passed out before I can give an answer to the proposal? Well, yeah, Gnome passed out. Everyone was in such a panic because they thought Gnome had went to the other side. To look back, it was so dramatic how it happened. It felt so premeditated, but everybody was in such a panic. They forgot about the proposal. I forgot about the proposal. My sister was there, she's a nurse, and his cousin was there, she's a nurse. Before we even called the Acadian, Gnome got up like nothing had happened. She was okay, I guess. She refused help. I know I'm not the only one who noticed this part, but Gnome looked at me and smiled, an evil smile. She was pleased with what she had done. She didn't want us to get engaged. Now let's pass this part. We're done with it. Later that day, it was just me and, I told you I was going to call him Tara. We were inside. It actually was me, Tara, and his child after everyone had left. I told Tara that something wasn't right about Gnome. He started an argument about it. Something came along the lines that I said that Gnome was faking it. He asked how could Gnome fake that and that I should mind the business that pays me. And Gnome obviously didn't pay me. He stated that I was lucky that he even proposed to me. I'm getting emotional. He then called me a bunch of names. He said the unthinkable. I'm sorry. So I decided to pack what I had there and leave. I said I wasn't going back. I declined the proposal. Before I left, I remember looking back and looking into his eyes. They were dark. I asked him why and why me. Why did he even stay that long if he felt that way about me? He said I was just a liability. I didn't know what that meant at the time. So when I say I didn't know what that meant at the time, I soon later found out that I was actually there as a cover-up per se. When I left, I took my things. I took really as much as possible. You know, you always forget something important when you're rushing, and that I was doing. Mind you, that is a house that we both shared, like I said previously. So there was no need for me to give my key back. If anything, I'm just leave it at that. It was no need. So later I went back because I forgot some documents I had. Some very important documents. I went back. I immediately noticed there were no cars there. And how the house is set up, we had no cameras or anything. So I knew he wasn't going to see me. If I did enter, I was going to be quiet, just grab what I needed and dip. But he wasn't there. Mind you, at the time we were still sharing locations. I hadn't had time to turn my location off, and I assumed he hadn't had time either. Me being nosy, me being still kinda in love, I checked the location. He was in fact by nose. I had this eerie feeling like something wasn't right. The whole situation just wasn't right. But I let it go over my head. I eventually forgot about it. 2 days without checking his location, 2 days without him texting me, 2 days without me texting him, 2 days of it. After 2 days, I decided to check his location again. He was in fact still by none. I got this huge gut feeling, and I'm like, something is not right. Like, I just kept feeling like something wasn't right. Yes, I decided to pack some of my things. Mind you, Nome lives 2 hours away. I packed some of my things and I was headed over. Come back for part 4. I'm gonna tell you guys how Nome was dressed, how he was dressed, and the conversation that we had. Okay, part 4 of how I caught my boyfriend of 4 years to go with his grandma. The last part. Oh, his grandma stayed in like a country town. Everybody knew everybody, so yeah, keep that in mind. I remember getting there and seeing his car in the driveway. Back then, like, he stayed there, which he was there for a couple days. I don't know, have y'all ever been undecisive about going somewhere? Like, I should never did this. That's kind of how I was. I was like, I should never did this. I was just thinking like maybe I should let it play out. I remember going to the local gas station nearby, and when I got there, I knew I saw someone, but I let it kind of rub off my shoulder. So I went to get something to drink, and how the store was set up, for some odd reason I had to go around the first 2 aisles. I just remember someone saying, "Hey girl," and I was like, "Oh, hey," like it was his cousin. So she asked me how everything was going with Tara and I since the engagement. I'm guessing he hadn't told his family, but I thought that was kind of weird because he's staying at the grandma's house. But I kept that part to myself because I'm like, maybe he don't want to tell anybody. Maybe he's gonna, I don't know what I was thinking. I asked her a couple questions. I asked her, had she been to Noam's house? She said she hadn't. And the last time she was there, her granny kind of rushed her out, saying that Tara had to do something for her. She said, but she did not see Tara. She saw his car, but not him. So I kind of wrapped up the conversation. We gave each other hugs, and that was that. I'm sorry, a lot went on yesterday, and I could not finish, but here we go. So before you know it, I head over to Noam's house, and yeah, get to Noam's house, and I thought about it. Noam barely locks her door. I won't lie, I stood at the door for about a good minute before I just walked in. I listened. Now, Noam's house isn't that big, so when I walked in, I instantly heard something. It was something similar to kids playing or someone beating on a wall. Like, it was very loud. Me being me, nosy, I went to the door that I heard it coming from, Noam's room. I was about to knock on the door. Y'all, I kid y'all, no lie. I was gonna knock on the door, but I heard Tara's voice. He was moaning, calling Noam's name. I won't go into detail about that because there's still children here. This part disgusts me. I bust open the door. I see Noam on top of Tara. Tara jumped. Noam rolled over onto her side, got under the cover like I hadn't seen her. I'm disgusted. In shock and in disbelief, I just walked back out. I screamed, I hollered because I knew something wasn't right. Not only with him, but with Noam as well. Of course, he did what every man would do. He came out, calling my name. I just got in my car and drove. I drove off. I left. For those asking, did I go back? No. I blocked him. I've never questioned him.
Let me see you work out. Let me see you work out.
I am disgusted. This, look. Now on TikTok, people are known for just making up stories. I hope this is made up, but baby, like, no ma'am. If this is going on, it's no telling how long this been going on and whether this has been happening ever since he was younger. Grandma in her 70s knocking on 80s need to go to jail if that's the case. How could you even like fathom the thought of doing something with your grandson and your grandson doing something with you is beyond me. And then in that last video, she is stating that his family had no idea this stuff was going on. Now, at the beginning, I'm like, maybe grandma don't like her. Maybe grandma did do that, fake that little situation when he was proposing to her because she don't like her. It's something about her grandma don't like. But no, never in a million years, I would think the last video say that she literally caught him and his grandma in the act. Yo, what is this world coming to? Like, these people are needing psychotic mental help. Like, that shit is disgusting. That shit is insane. Like, yo, this, and I'm happy that she left with no explanation. Like, she didn't want no shit. She got in her car because, baby, I'm not dancing with the devil with y'all. Like, no, I don't want to hear. I don't want to know. I don't care. I'm happy she got the hell on and up out of there and drove 2 hours back to where she belonged. But some things you have to see for yourself in order for you to move on, right? So maybe this is something that she definitely needed to see for herself to move on. Because it seemed like she was going to give him another chance, because if she wasn't, why would she drove 2 hours and kept checking his location and drove 2 hours just to go to Granny's house when she know Granny don't even fool with her? Like, girl, Granny don't even like you, and you driving 2 hours to this woman's house to see what he doing. So she definitely was trying to go and get him back. I feel like she wanted to go get him back, but at the same time, I feel like this was a sign. Like, you need to see what you need to see so you won't never go back. And that's probably what drew her to drive 2 hours. But girl, I am sorry this happened to you. I'm sorry you experienced this situation. And you know what? To think about it, she said that Granny stayed in a small town. And Hannah, you don't know what goes on in them small towns, because it is stories that's coming out now that you like, what? Huh? Like, yo, TikTok got some crazy stories, and this is definitely something that's so crazy and disgusting. Like, ew. You guys, drop down in the comment section what you think about this story. If you are new here and made it to the end and you haven't subscribed, what are we waiting for? What are you waiting for to join the family? Hit that subscribe button and join the family. If you are returning, you know the routine, you know the drill. Y'all, like and share. I hope you all have a blessed day. Peace.